I think it's always fun to see like what fans are kind of hoping for. Of course, you know, we know all the secrets. So
Hi everybody, how are you doing today?
So good.
Your shirt is amazing.
Thank you. I wore a concert shirt the first time I did the first junket, so this time I went with the the classic.
I love it.
Congratulations on this show. I'm obviously a big High School Musical fan. So are a lot of people. Were you surprised at how much everybody embraced it? Because this is a show that you can kind of be like, it works, it doesn't work. But from what I've seen, everybody loves it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was always, you know, some nervousness and you know, wondering how it was going to be received. But, you know, we've known the script since day one, and we've known, you know, the music, and we've seen our incredibly talented cast members. And so I never really had any doubts of people not receiving it well when it actually came out. I knew there was going to be some confusion when the show was first announced, but when it actually came out, I knew that people were going to fall in love with it. I mean, it's just such a cool storyline and something totally different that, you know, Disney has never really done before. So yeah, I was never really nervous about it when it came out, but before, yeah, I think there was a little bit of like, you know, confusion and speculation if people were going to really get it or not.
Yeah, I must say, Julia, like same with you, like as soon as the announcement hit, everybody was like, no, remake that. And I was like, I get it, but listen. And then as soon as the trailer hit and Alexis did that bleeps about to get real, then they were like, okay, it's different. And I really love that they put that in.
And then when she did it at the end of the season 2 trailer, everybody was still like, yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the feeling that it was wonderful the whole time, of course. And I do feel like we had that gut feeling of this is magic and these kids are so good. But I don't know, maybe it was after we saw the trailer that I thought this is something.
But once I saw the pilot was when I was certain. I said, oh, that's the pilot? Okay. Because the pilot had a big job to do in that it had to not just be good, and not like every pilot has to be good. Every pilot has to want you to invest in the story, but we also had to overcome objections to people that were like saying, this sounds stupid. Who wants to do a series on the thing? Leave it alone. So, and I thought the pilot managed to pull all that off. So once I saw the pilot, I was like, oh, I think we have it.
It means so much to see the reaction to the show and also our characters. I think we're just so honored to be telling these stories, and hopefully, you know, we just hope to do them in the most authentic and honest way possible, which is really easy whenever we have such great people writing for our show. And I think we also give a lot of credit to Tim Federle, our creator and our showrunner, who just he's been such a champion for telling these stories. And I feel like, you know, the writing is on the wall. I feel like it's really resonated with a lot of viewers, and everyone has been so kind in their response. And I'm just so glad that it's been resonating with people as well as it has been. I feel like the first time I felt like I really recognized that the show was really popular was we went to Disneyland in 2020, but January of 2020. And we just got to interact with so many fans of the show, and they were so excited to meet us and talk to us. And that was where I feel like I saw firsthand how much the show has impacted audiences and really brought some joy into their lives. So, I mean, it's just been so amazing to get to witness all of that and be a part of it.
And this season, in season 2, obviously season 1, we got to develop the friendships. Season 2, we kind of focus a little more on some of the romantic relationships that are going on. What can you tease for each of your characters when it comes to that?
Yeah, I think that, you know, every single character this season is growing. They're sort of growing in their own way. You know, with Big Red, we're kind of looking at now he's kind of fully embraced his theater kid, the theater kid inside of him, and he's kind of getting pushed a little bit out of his comfort zone with both being on stage and with this, you know, new budding relationship with Ashlyn, and kind of learning about the things that he's passionate about and learning where he wants to go in the future as like a junior in high school. And so it was really cool to kind of go on that journey with him. And I think that's really will be where people are watching.
All I can say is for Miss Jen, season 2 is complicated.
Last year, we really got to see Seb and Carlos meet each other and kind of go through those first stages of like crush, like each other. And this coming season, we get to see them as a couple for the first time, and we kind of get to see how they interact with each other. And Carlos by himself is really just going through, of course, as you know, he actually gets to be in the show this year. So he's doing double duty as the student choreographer and as a performer, and he's trying to figure out, you know, the right balance, and of course, still trying to stay sane as possible.
I think Seb also with Carlos obviously is figuring out how to navigate being in a relationship for the first time, and you know, figuring out how to communicate and be a good partner to someone that he really cares about. But then of course on his own, he's also still on his journey of you know, figuring out how to be his best self and figuring out who he is and who he wants to be, especially in this greater group of individuals in the drama club.
Season 2 starts basically right where season 1 left off. So there's a lot to look forward to. I think that Ashlyn's on this really cool journey. She just kissed Big Red for the first time and is sort of having feelings for a significant other that she's never really had before, and figuring herself out. And I think that it'll just be a really cool way to I think a cool way to start the show is right where we left off, because I think people are itching to see what happened right after opening night. And so we're all, we're still all in that headspace of right after opening High School Musical. And yeah, it's just uphill from there.
Yeah, 100%. I must say for Courtney, you know, in season 1, she was very supportive of giving love to her friends and everything. But I feel like season 2, she is exploring self-love. Maybe some other things. I cannot confirm or deny anything, but she is exploring a lot of new things this season.
I mean, I think that what's exciting about season 2 is a lot of characters that were more in the supporting space for season 1 are getting fully fleshed out storylines for season 2 in a way that's very, very exciting. And the guest stars for season 2 bring a lot of fire. So I'm really excited about the new cast that's coming on board.
And everybody's into the, you know, the ships, but like with Miss Jen, you have obviously Mr. Mazzara, you have Ricky's dad, and then you throw in Derek Huff's character, Zach. It's kind of like she's getting some of the juiciest stuff.
It's complicated, am I right?
Right.
Because none of them are unappealing.
I mean, it's not many shows when you get 3 great choices in front of you.
You know, I am friends with the creator, showrunner. Yep, and yeah, I think it was a gift from Tim Federle this season.
And you do have such amazing fans, and they're very passionate about certain things, including different ships. Do you guys pay attention to that? I see like people that want EJ and Courtney to date for some reason, or they want Rena or Rini, you know, like all over the place. Do you guys pay attention?
I think it's always fun to see like what fans are kind of hoping for. Of course, you know, we know all the secrets, so you know, you can't really pay too much attention to it because we kind of know where it's going to go regardless of, you know, what people are saying online. But you know, it's fun to see that people are so passionate about it and that they relate to these characters so much that they're rooting for you know, one thing to happen or something else. And I think that's what's exciting to me, is knowing that they care so much.
Don't get in between none of the fans and their ships. I remember I saw someone say they wanted, I forgot which one, but it was a ship. And I was like, don't you do that. You let them do them, okay? Don't get in between that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously firsthand, I think the most that we see is just the Seblo stuff, because that's the stuff we're being tagged in and mentioned about the most on social media. But I don't know. I think one fun thing about our show is that you never know what direction it's going to go, or what, you know, what people are going to be with what people. So that's, it's fun.
And I got to say, the music this season is, I mean, you obviously have the classics from, you know, the franchise, and then you have Beauty and the Beast, but your original songs this season, there's that audition number the 3 girls do. And I wish I had the soundtrack right now. What's it been like to kind of incorporate these original songs and then have people, you know, want to cover them or do TikToks to them, seeing how well they're received?
It's as crazy. I never imagined myself doing music like this or hearing my voice on an album before. So the fact that our show incorporates music in the first place is such a cool opportunity. And then, yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to Disney soundtracks and listening to the soundtracks of original movies and Disney Channel shows. And so the fact that we're, you know, kind of in that world in some way is such a dream come true. And yeah, the songs are so good. So even if I wasn't a part of them, I would still jam out to them and love them just the same.
I know. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Like, you know, being able to do that song with Julie and Sophie is absolutely amazing. But I must say the covers that, you know, are from our show and from fans, it's absolutely fantastic. And I'm like, how come they not on the show? Like they're over here slaying. I mean, the talent that's on the show and that's supporting us is absolutely amazing. And I'm so grateful and honored for it.
Oh my gosh. It's like the wildest experience to listen to yourself on a High School Musical soundtrack alone is it's like your mind is blown. But no, it's exciting. And I think that's one of the cool things about our show is that almost every episode will incorporate a brand new song for the soundtrack. So it's super exciting.
And all the songs are bops. So I'm just so excited to always jam to them in my car. But yeah, I mean, the whole experience is just so surreal. It doesn't even feel real, honestly, because we've just been fans for so long of the whole franchise that, like, how are we now a part of it?
Here's what I will say. Dara does a song somewhere in the space of season 2 that I think is my favorite of season 2. And it's very, it's like gosh, I guess that's all I can literally say without saying anything.
I mean, that's a very good tease.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when you found out that instead of doing, you know, High School Musical 2, you'd be doing Beauty and the Beast, which is also in itself such an iconic thing to have to take on?
Well, I was very excited about it because exactly, so much to take on, so much magic, so many places you can go. But again, I don't want to give anything away. I'll just say that it is a new Beauty and the Beast, and it will only add to your love.
And what was it like welcoming, you know, we have some new characters coming in this season to shake things up. What was it like having some new blood on set?
Oh, it was so much fun. And they brought so much to the show. I mean, they're all so freaking talented. And I feel like, you know, there's already so much drama just between the main cast that these new characters bring in even more. They really spice things up.
May the best school win. Buckle up, Wildcats. This party's just getting started.